Masturbation is frequently considered a completely normal and natural activity. But how much is truly too much? At what point does it shift from being a harmless habit to something that could be deemed an addiction? And what if you find it difficult to stop despite recognizing the problem? In this video, we aim to tackle these questions head-on and explain why it's essential to reconsider this behavior that might seem normal, but could actually have significant negative effects. I apologize if the title of this video seems dramatic or alarmist. But the truth is, this is a serious issue that affects many people today. It can undermine their willpower and overall well-being in profound ways. Throughout this video, we will dive into both the scientific and philosophical dimensions of masturbation and explore how Stoicism can offer valuable insights into understanding and managing this behavior. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you stay updated with all our latest content. Let's begin by discussing the fundamentals. Modern medicine supports the idea that masturbation is a normal activity, not just for humans, but also for animals like dogs. However, this understanding has not always been the case. Historically, masturbation was viewed as immoral, particularly for men. The belief was that it wasted semen that could otherwise contribute to reproduction. For women, it was thought that masturbation could make them less interested in men by finding pleasure on their own. There was also a prevalent belief that masturbation could lead to various diseases, which reinforced the notion that it should be avoided altogether. Today, our knowledge has evolved. For example, masturbation can actually be beneficial for people dealing with insomnia by aiding in sleep. Research from the French Institute of Health and Medical Research indicates that after orgasm, the male brain reduces sexual desire, and the cerebral cortex, the part of the brain responsible for conscious thought, enters a state of relaxation. This decrease in sexual desire, combined with the relaxation response, often leads to falling asleep after sexual activity. So, what is the problem with this? The problem stems from a hidden trap within one of the supposed benefits of masturbation. Masturbation triggers the release of dopamine, a chemical in the brain that brings about feelings of pleasure, helps reduce stress, and gives us a sense of reward. This pleasure can become so overwhelming and gratifying that some individuals end up developing an addiction. The Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders recognizes this issue through a condition known as hypersexuality disorder, which categorizes excessive masturbation as a form of obsessive-compulsive disorder. This condition can lead to severe mental health problems and strained relationships. When someone becomes addicted, they may lose control and become a slave to their own desires. This loss of control can drive individuals to seek out unhealthy and potentially harmful behaviors, such as engaging in relationships with prostitutes, pursuing multiple sexual partners, or consuming excessive amounts of pornography, all as a way to chase that ever-elusive dopamine-driven pleasure. The addiction is rooted in the brain's response to these dopamine releases. As your brain becomes accustomed to the constant chemical stimulation, it starts demanding increasingly higher amounts of dopamine to achieve the same level of pleasure. This creates a vicious cycle where you are constantly searching for new ways to satisfy this craving. Over time, your brain might even begin to block dopamine receptors to shield itself from the excessive stimulation. This results in a frustrating situation where masturbation no longer delivers the same satisfaction as it once did. This cycle is quite similar to the behavior observed in chronic smokers, those who binge on chocolate, or alcoholics. Each of these individuals seeks temporary relief or pleasure, but ends up trapped in a destructive loop. You might be wondering how Stoicism relates to this issue. The Stoics, Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, and Epictetus, were renowned for their extraordinary self-control and profound wisdom, and they offered a distinctive perspective on pleasure and desire. They delved deeply into human passions, and their insights continue to captivate us today. For the Stoics, masturbation wasn't merely about physical pleasure. It was seen as an opportunity to understand and test the limits of both the body and the mind. They viewed this practice as a way to cultivate self-awareness and achieve true freedom. According to Stoic philosophy, mastering one's passions and pleasures is a noble pursuit that elevates the human spirit. Epicurus, another significant philosopher, argued that true virtue doesn't lie in the mere pursuit of pleasure, but in the ability to exercise self-control. This means that experiencing pleasure while also understanding and regulating it reflects a higher level of self-awareness. Instead of allowing our desires to control us, we should strive to control them, as Seneca advocated. Stoic thinking about masturbation isn't just about repressing desires, but about achieving a deeper understanding and mastery over them. It involves steering our emotions towards self-exploration and conscious growth. The Stoics believed that every action affects not only ourselves, but also the natural order of the universe. Excessive indulgence in desires, such as through uncontrolled masturbation, disrupts our harmonious connection with nature, a connection highly valued by the Stoics. It traps us in a cycle of craving, pulling us away from inner peace. Compulsive behavior can stir up a whirlwind of guilt, shame, and dissatisfaction. The Stoics taught that managing our emotions through self-reflection and self-regulation is key to handling them in a healthy and constructive way. They encouraged us to find inner peace by mastering ourselves and finding joy in simple, virtuous things. Let me share a truly inspiring story. I know someone who once struggled intensely with compulsive masturbation. They sought temporary escape and pleasure through this behavior, but ended up facing significant emotional turmoil and distress afterward. By embracing the teachings of Stoicism and committing to practicing self-control, this individual underwent a profound transformation. They learned to confront their desires and emotions directly, finding genuine joy and fulfillment in the discipline of self-control. Today, they lead a life marked by inner peace and authenticity, free from the chains of fleeting desires and temporary fixes. True fulfillment comes from living in alignment with our deepest values and principles. When we succumb to short-term cravings and compulsive behaviors, we often lose sight of what truly matters in life. Such behavior can divert us from our highest goals and the authentic happiness that comes from living virtuously and maintaining inner calm. By incorporating practices like meditation and mindfulness into our lives, we can cultivate the mental serenity needed to resist temptations and handle our emotions in a healthy and constructive manner. Without these practices, compulsive behaviors can obstruct our path to mental peace, leading us into a cycle of regret and steering us away from the tranquility that self-control and moderation can bring. My friend, take a moment to reflect. Do you really believe that spending countless hours watching videos and seeking instant gratification can lead to genuine confidence and success? Do you think that squandering your time and energy on these activities will help you attract a meaningful partner or achieve your life goals? The answer, quite frankly, is no. Therefore, I urge you to think carefully about your choices. In the comments, affirm that you are a powerful individual, capable of mastering your mind. Declare that you choose to pursue what genuinely motivates and improves your life. Thank you for joining me on this philosophical exploration. Remember, the key to a Stoic life is not just in knowing, but in doing. Seize the day, stay resilient, and may your path be filled with wisdom and virtue. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with those who may benefit from the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Until next time, stay stoic, stay strong,